And on the morning of 7th market day, she heard a clear sound from the drum. She listened again. It was a cry. The cry of a baby. Now listen to the story of the boy who came from the drum. Long, long ago, when turtles still had smooth skin, and the sun still greeted the earth before the rooster crowed, there lived a woman called Neka. She was a kind woman, gentle like the evening breeze, and hardworking like the pestle that knows no rest. But Neka had no child. Many years passed. Her mates had children, strong and tall. But Neka's womb was like dry soil, nothing grew. Every moonlight, she sat beside her hut, staring at the stars, her heart full of tears. She prayed to Chukwu, to Allah, to the spirits of her mother's land. But still, no child came. She watched other women plait their daughters' hair. She watched their sons climb trees and chase goats. Laughter filled the air, but her compound was quiet. Even the birds seemed to sing softer around her hut. One evening, an old dibia came to the village. His back was bent like the bow of a hunter. His eyes were red like palm oil. He carried a big, old drum, round, black, and covered with cowries. People gathered. The dibia beat the drum gently. He said, "This is no ordinary drum. This drum holds a secret. Whoever is pure in heart, let her come and dance before it." The women danced. They shook their waists like the leaves in harmattan wind. They clapped. They smiled. They laughed. Their anklets jingled. Their wrappers flew like birds in the breeze. But when Neka danced, the drum shook. It rumbled like thunder hiding in the clouds. Then it stopped. The dibia noticed her and then their eyes met. He looked at Neka and said, "Take this drum. Keep it in your heart. Do not open it. Do not beat it. When the 7th market day passes, come and find me by the old shrine." Neka carried the drum home. She hid it beside her mat. She watched it. Prayed over it. Day turned to night. Night turned to day. She whispered to it. She touched it gently. She swept around it with care. Sometimes, she sat and told it stories. She sang lullabies to the quiet drum. One morning, on the 7th market day, just as the rooster was crying, Neka heard a sound inside the drum. She looked around. No one. She went closer to the drum. And then, a cry. It was unmistaken, a baby's cry from inside the drum. Neka opened her mouth but no word came. Her knees shook like plantain leaves in the wind. She touched the drum. It was warm. Soft. She lifted the cowrie-covered lid. And there, lying inside the drum, wrapped in white cloth, was a baby boy. Eyes as clear as rainwater. Skin like fresh yams. Lips dark like ripe udola fruit. Neka wept. Tears rolled like the Niger River. She sang. She danced. She called her neighbors. "Oh, come and see. A child has come to me. From the drum. From the gods. From the spirit world." They came running. They saw the child. The elders nodded. The women all related. One old woman said, "This is not an ordinary child. He is a gift from the spirits. Raise him well." Neka named him Obiajulu, peace has come. Obiajulu grew fast. At 1 year, he walked. At 2, he spoke like an elder. At 3, he could drum better than the village drummers. The people clapped for him. The youths followed him. Even the birds stopped to listen when he drummed. But Obiajulu was quiet. At night, he would sit by the drum that brought him. He would whisper to it, drum it gently, and sometimes, the drum hummed back. The wind would blow gently through the compound. The moon would shine brighter above him. The night would listen, as boy and drum shared silent stories. One day, when he turned 10, the drum stopped humming. Obiajulu knelt before it and said, "Thank you for bringing me. I will now serve my people." And he did. He healed the sick. He sang songs that made spirits dance. He spoke with animals. He taught the children wisdom. He touched hearts. He brought laughter where sorrow once lived. He made the blind smile and the lame clap. Obiajulu became the pride of the village. People came from far and near to see the child who came from the drum. As he grew older, his name traveled beyond hills and rivers. Chiefs sent for him. Strangers knelt before him. Even kings asked for his advice. Neka was proud of her son and glad that the gods sent him. Indeed, her heart is at rest since his arrival into her life. She remained grateful to the gods. And Obiajulu, as a good son, carried her like a queen. When Neka grew very old, she died with joy in her eyes. His mother's death broke him. He wept and cried and refused to be consoled. She was the only family he knew and had ever known. He couldn't fight death, obviously, so he resigned to the decision of the gods. Obiajulu grew older even, yet he remained humble. He didn't let fame get in his head. Because he knows that he is only but a tool whom the gods has chosen. He still sat by the same drum. He still greeted the trees. He still smiled at the moon. The villagers loved him more each year. They built a small hut near his, just to keep the drum safe. Children would sit there and tell stories, hoping the drum would hum again. When Obiajulu became old and grey, and his legs became weak like dried stems, he knew his time was near. He called the villagers to his hut. Men, women, and children came with heavy hearts. He lay on his mat, his voice soft but strong. "Keep the drum safe," he said. "It brought me to you. It carries the spirit of peace. Let no harm come to it. One day, it may hum again. And another child may come." Tears filled many eyes. Even the wind stood still. Even the birds kept quiet. And when he closed his eyes, he smiled. The same smile he gave the first time he saw the sky. Even today, the elders say, if your hands are clean, and your heart is pure, the gods will hear you even through a drum. Ife oni metalu, iburu. Let the one who hears carry the wisdom.